What's up, everybody? Coach Kristen here. I'm coming to you from my kitchen, and I have gotten a lot of questions myself and some of the other coaches about these containers that we use, right? So you've probably heard about it if you've heard of the 21-day fix or if you've used it before. But these containers, these are color-coded portion control containers that come with the program that are beyond genius. They just work. They show you the exact amount of food that you need to eat in a day by color, and in order to lose weight or maintain weight or even gain weight. Some people need to gain weight. I know, it's weird, right? Okay, so I am gonna show you a meal I'm making using the container system. This system, guys, is proven across the board to work for everybody who uses it. And the cool thing about them is they're basically like measuring tools. You don't need to eat your food out of the actual container. You just use it to measure how much of each food you should have. Okay, so I am craving Italian, so I am actually making a like a meatball sub, like a meatball hero, okay, using healthier, clean food than I would get at an Italian restaurant, and it tastes amazing, okay? And this is what I'm using. First, I have my yellow. Now, this is obviously not gonna fit into a container, but technically a whole wheat tortilla counts as one yellow container. Now, on normal days, I get 2 yellows per day. So usually my morning, I usually have a piece of Ezekiel toast or steel cut oats. And for afternoon, I'll have half a sweet potato or something along these lines. So this is an 8-inch. Now, it does say in the book, 6-inch tortilla. So maybe I'll cut off the edge, or I'll just do a few extra ab workout. I don't know, for the 2 inches. But anyway, so this is a whole wheat tortilla. You can also have 2 corn tortillas if you like those. Those are smaller. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be putting as my bread. Then, when I do prep on Sundays, I make a ton of turkey meatballs, which is just made with ground turkey meat. I put all kinds of fresh seasonings, herbs, onions, garlic, pepper, a little sea salt. I do add a little bit of tomato sauce. And as far as most people use breadcrumbs in their meatballs, I use oatmeal, like raw oatmeal, and I use that to bind it, of course, with an egg. Okay, and that I make a big batch of these each week, and then sometimes if I'm hungry, I just eat 2 of them and count them as one red, because this will count as your red. So I took 2 meatballs, I sliced them up, and I put them inside my red container and shoved them down, because I want to eat both these meatballs. Okay, so that's done. So that's 1 red, 1 yellow so far. Now my sauce, which I just used the Tutoroso plain sauce, and I just add my own seasonings to it, is gonna count as a purple, because they count that as kind of a fruit. Purples are your fruits. Reds are your proteins. Yellows are your carbs. Okay, so I have my sauce that I already heated up and I seasoned. So I'm actually gonna only use half of a purple, because this is a lot. You can actually, if you have berries and things like that and grapes, you can get a lot of fruit in here. So I'm actually only gonna use half a purple for this, because I like my fruit. I love to have my banana in my Shakeology every day. So I save my banana for that, my half a banana. So I'm only gonna use, I probably actually don't even need more than half. But so like about a quarter, right? So that's what I'm gonna use for my purple in my my sauce. So I'm gonna pour it in my bowl, and then I'm going to pour my meatballs into it and kind of just toss it all together. See? So they get covered. All right, so that's my protein. There's my fruit, and I'm gonna toss these together in the sauce so that way my meatballs just get covered by the sauce. I don't know if you can see. I'll go down a little bit. Like this. Just toss them around so they get covered. I'm actually gonna put them in the microwave for a little bit just to get, because the meatballs were out of the refrigerator. So I'm just gonna get them warmed up. I am gonna put the whole thing in the toaster to melt the cheese, but just to warm these a little bit. So there they go, they're tossed in the sauce. So I'm gonna put these in my microwave, which is, you can't see it, it's down here, just for about 30 seconds. And then I'll show you what else I have. Okay. So while that's warming up, then what I'm gonna do once those come out, I'm gonna lay them on top of my tortilla. I also have some fresh basil, which I love, that I sliced up, and I'm gonna sprinkle on top after it comes out of the toaster oven. And as far as cheese, guys, any program that allows you to have cheese is a good one, okay? That's my opinion. But here's your blue container. So it's smaller for sure, because they don't want you to have a lot of cheese, but this is for cheese and nuts and things of that nature. Avocado, hummus, those are your healthy fats, right? Those are things that you can eat one per day for pretty much everyone, I believe, unless you're higher up, but one per day for me. And I have to decide what it's gonna be. Sometimes I only do half of a blue container of cheese, or half avocado, and I use that, or half hummus. Actually, one hummus is pretty good with raw veggies. You decide what you want to use your blue for every day. So for today, I have fresh mozzarella that I sliced up, and I'm putting in here, and I'm gonna sprinkle that on top to melt it. All right, so that's my blue container. So my meatballs are here. I'm going to put them on top of my, get my fork, my tortilla. Oh, this looks so good. And this is like hardcore, like Italian meal. And honestly, you don't even miss the bread, like the real bread, because it's so good. You get this, you get that sauce, which is like a homey flavor with all the spices. And honestly, adding fresh herbs and spices to anything makes all the difference. Okay, so that's that. Spreading this out a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to put my cheese on top. I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go. I'm gonna put my cheese on top so it's gonna get all melty and delicious. And spread it around. I can't tell you this isn't gonna be messy to eat, because it probably is. But I can tell you it's gonna be delicious. So I'm gonna pop this. Let me put my basil over here for afterwards. I don't want that to get burnt. So I'm gonna pop this in the microwave. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done.